So one of the tasks that I ended up taking on was creating diplomas or certificates. And this can easily be done through InDesign. And here's how I do it. So here you are with a simple certificate. I've got my names and a date here. So we're just going to work with names and a date. So now that I've got the design ready, let's jump into a spreadsheet and I'll show you how it's laid out. So here this is an Excel document. This does also work with Google Sheets. So if you have, say, the counselors or administration share with you a bunch of names, then I don't have to type the names out. They give me the names. It should be all spelled correctly, but you run into some different things. Notice how they're all different. Okay, so John Smith. Smith is all capitalized for some reason. Jim Green, that one looks correct. Awesome. Mickey Mouse looks correct. Donald Duck, that's all in one cell. You know, it's not split up by first and last name. So then what I do is I create another column here, and I start to put them together. So I say concatenate without the asterisks here. So this is the code that I use, the script or the expression, and I actually add them together. I add column A or cell number from column A, and then I say put a space in between the first and last name. That's what this one is here in the middle. And then column cell from column B. So if I look at John Smith, I've got A, which is John, A3, John, plus a space, and then add B3. So I have John Smith, and that's how they're all there. Now you can see Donald Duck, well, there's nothing there, so it's just putting A together by itself because you don't have anything on the end. Then over here, now I could get rid of these columns here. We don't need those columns. Then I add one more. This one is important. I call this one name and this one date because these are going to line up with our columns in InDesign. So then what I do here is I say proper, and then that cell. So for instance, John Smith, proper D3. And because of that, you can see that Smith, it was all caps. Now it's only the first letter of that name is caps. So now that's correct. And then everything else is the same. So that's how we've got that. Now, what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to take this information and just kind of move it down here for now. This becomes our headers, okay? I'm going to export this as a CSV. So I'm going to go File, and I'm going to say More, Export. And I'm going to change file type, and I'm going to look for CSV. There it is, comma, separated values. Save as. And right now it's under my documents, mail merge sample CSV, click save. Okay, we're good. Now I'm going to come back over into InDesign, and I'm going to start bringing some things in. So let's go to Window, Utilities, Data Merge. Okay, Data Merge. Choose the select data source from the panel. Follow these instructions. Okay, we're going to find our source, select data source, mail merge CSV. Keep everything the same. I know it's comma separated values. ASCII, that's fine. PC, that's fine. Click OK. And there you go. So now you can see you got first, last, name combined, name, and date. So these two are the ones that I want. Okay. So now what I can do is just take this name, drag it out, put it in there. I'm going to get rid of this other name because I don't need it. And you can see that there's name with the arrows around it. Now I'm going to come in here, I'll select date and just click on date. And I'll click the arrow. So now I've got date and name. Now if I click preview, you can see John Smith, and the date is down here. And if I click the next icon, Jim Green, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. Everything is centered, just like that. Update data source. Boom. And there you go. Now that I've got this, what I can do, I'm going to grab my selection tool, and now I can actually export this. So what I can do is just say, hey, I'm going to come over here to this little Lego piece, really, create merged document. And I'm going to click that. And I'm going to say all records, or I can do a single record, but I'm going to say all records. And for this, I want to give each individual their own certificate. So I'm going to leave everything here, single record per page. Okay. And that will do that. And I'll click OK. No overseat, that's fine. And there is my cert sample 1. You can see here 71%. Now, let me close this, and I'll change my view to overprint view so it's cleaner. And now you can see here, it says John Smith. And I can go down here. I've got multiple pages. I've got 5 pages here. If I go to this icon here, I can see it. So page 2, Jim Green. Page 3, Mickey Mouse. And I can scroll down, Donald Duck. Finally, just go File, Export, or you can save it as a PDF, but I just do Export. You can do Interactive PDF. I do Print PDF and call it whatever you want to call it, and then save it out to wherever you want to save it out to. And that's how you export multiple certificates in PDF format in high quality, ready to print.